Network will have extensive coverage throughout the tournament. Enjoy today's game.
The country of Canada has played gracious host to USA, Venezuela, and Italy. However, sometimes your guests just don't know when it's time to leave. Tonight, Team Canada and their raucous fans hope to win so they can keep that party going. Young Team Italy also wants to prove time is on their side, so don't punch their passports yet. It's elimination night in Toronto, and the question is, who'll be shown the door? Welcome to today's World Baseball Classic game presented by IBM. There's a good look outside. In the first game, Canada against USA, they had 40,000 plus. They're not expecting that much tonight, but it is elimination night here at the Rogers Center in Toronto as Italy gets ready to take on Team Canada. From inside the Rogers Center, hi everybody, I'm Victor Rojas alongside Joe McGray, and we welcome you to the coverage of World Baseball Classic. And when we talk about Team Italy, no question about it, they showed a lot of spunk against Team Venezuela, a feisty defense. They had some quality pitching early on. Not too many big leaguers on this roster, but today, Marco Mazzieri turns the ball over to Dan Serafini, who's got some big league time.
Well, Victor, they're going to have to be as inspired as they were in the first 4 innings against Venezuela. And I think one of the reasons why, as you touched on it, was they got very good pitching, crisp pitching. Mark DeFelice was working ahead in the count, and he was very economical. They're going to go to a left-hander in Dan Serafini. He has had some difficulty in the major leagues with left-handed batting, and one of the things he's going to have to do is repeat the performance that they got in Game 1, and that is, of course, ahead in the count and early, because Team Canada does not have a lot of pitching, but they can flat out swing it.
Well, Serafini, the left-hander, trying to neutralize 4 left-handed bats in Team Canada's offense, and Ernie Witt has got a very good offense, a very potent offense. They fell just a little bit short against Team USA, but there's no question these guys can swing the bats.
Well, they can, and they had some difficulty driving in runs with runners in scoring position against Team USA, and a lot of that having to do with the quality pitching. If they are to extend the counts, get deep at bats, I think they'll be able to score a lot against Team Italy, and that's really what Ernie Witt is going to rely upon. You know, this is the journey that they were kind of looking towards. They thought it would really be a huge bonus if they were going to be able to get past Team USA, but they really like their chances coming through this side of the bracket, going through Italy and, of course, Venezuela. If they are not careful, given what Italy has been capable of, or what they showed in the first part of Game 1, Italy might be able to pull out a huge upset.
They need to have some clutch hitting, as you pointed out, the loser side of the bracket. Both teams at 0-1. This is elimination night. You drop tonight's game, and it's bye-bye for you. You're heading back home. So a lot of excitement here at Rogers Center, Toronto. There's going to be a good crowd as far as the Canadians are concerned, and we'll have fantastic baseball here. When we return, we'll have the lineups and the first pitch right after this.
IBM. Let's build a smarter planet. Visit IBM.com.
Inside the Rogers Center in Toronto, once again, there's a good look at Vince Perkins, the right-hander, the young man that will be charged with keeping Canada in the World Baseball Classic. Both of these teams at 0-1 coming into today, and Perkins being given the ball by Ernie Witt. This is the lineup that he'll be facing for Team Italy. Nick Punto over at shortstop. Davide Dell'Ospedale, the second baseman. Frank Catalanato in left. Valentino Pescucci, the DH. Chris D'Onofrio out in center. Giuseppe Mazzanti's at first. Alex Liddy, we see him for the first time at third base. Francisco Cervelli doing the catching, and Mario Chiarini is out in right field. We saw Chiarini make a fantastic catch off the bat of Bobby Abreu the first time Italy played in this World Baseball Classic. The defense for Canada, Jason Bay is out in center field. Nick Weglar's in left. Matt Stairs in right. Those are his mates out there. Mark Teahan at third base. Chris Barnwell at short. Pete Orr at second base. Justin Morneau over at first. And Russell Martin doing the catching. And there's a good look at Mr. Perkins.
Taking a look at his numbers, and of course anything but microscopic with that earned run average. Coming off Tommy John surgery, really feels like he is clear from that he has gotten all of his arm strength back. Pretty basic stuff. Fastball, curve, slider, and change. Not particularly overpowering. Those guys typically have to locate very well.
First pitch of game number 4 of Pool C is a strike to Nick Punto. Italy losing to Venezuela in their first game of a final of 7-0. And of course, we've talked about Canada dropping the 6-5 game to Team USA. Perkins tested early, little bobble, and Punto's going to reach.
Boy, how many times do you see that when the ball is hit so softly? It's like the pitcher thinks he has to hurry. He had plenty of time, and you get a look at it. Watch him just come out of his stance a little bit. He was already throwing before he had a handle on the ball, and he knows that was an easy play that was muffed.
An error charge to Perkins, and of course, at this time of year, this is what they're working down at spring training, right? A little PFP action.
That's right.
Here comes Dell'Ospedale, the second baseman. He swings at the first pitch. A little bounce over to Orr, to Barnwell. And they get the lead runner, and that is it. And again, another base runner going in hard at second base.
Just gets a piece of Barnwell to where he can't really get anything behind the throw. Didn't have time to clear himself from the bag because the ball was hit softly. Punto was able to go in there and break it up.
Dell'Ospedale's over at first base, reaching on the fielder's choice. Frank Catalanato of the Texas Rangers steps into the box. There's a good look at Marco Mazzietti, manager for Italy. Catalanato had a 2-for-4 night against Venezuela. The 274 in limited action with the Rangers, a couple of home runs, 21 driven home. And of course, a former Toronto Blue Jay.
Got a nice reception here when he was announced before the game. Typically, Cat, a very good fastball hitter. Well, that old baseball axiom, trying to sneak a fastball past Frank Catalanato is like trying to sneak sunshine past a rooster.
And there's a guy that didn't have too many fastballs sneak by him either, Mike Piazza, the hitting coach for Team Italy. I like that.
It's been around forever. It has nothing to do with me.
No, but I'm learning from you. Okay. That's inside, and Catalanato draws a walk.
You know, we saw Team Italy against Venezuela really put together a really solid, crisp one half of the ball game, and that's after their starting pitching started to go south, and it was really tough to get out from underneath that. But Canada has talked about, you know, getting back into the championship game and advancing on, and if they're looking past this group in any way, it could be an upset.
There have been a couple already. Netherlands playing right now against Puerto Rico. They defeated the Dominican Republic, and then last night Australia just put a hurting on Mexico, 17-7. They 10-run them in the 8th inning in Mexico City. Unbelievable.
Italy looking to get the jump on Canada and really take away this hugely raucous and frenzied home crowd.
Still settling in here at the Rogers Center. And Pascucci takes a strike on the outside corner. Valentino Pascucci, the Los Angeles Dodgers organization, serving as a DH for Team Italy. Wants us to wish his mom a very happy birthday tomorrow. He's good like that.
Yeah, big, strong, strapping first baseman, DH type.
There's a fastball blown right past him there. 1-2. Pascucci, a terrific year last year at AAA. Hit .290 with 27 home runs and 81 driven home.
A little tardy on that one, as you mentioned, Victor.
Russell Martin will be charged with keeping Vince Perkins in line here. The young man. Martin, of course, a lot of experience behind the plate. Dodger catcher. He did a terrific job against Team USA as well. Two. That's down and in, full count. Now, Italy had some base runners in their loss to Venezuela. They just could not bring them home.
Well, interesting here in this situation, 3-2, 1 out. If the runners will be going, trying to gamble a little bit. Pascucci is prone to strike out. Of course, they were going. You like to see that. Team Italy, the underdog here, trying to pull out all the stops here in this elimination game.
Delas Pedale at second, Catalanato at first. A little bit late on that fastball, so we'll reset and do it again. Perkins, an 18th round pick by the Blue Jays in 2000. Marco Mazzieri.
It's a delightful guy.
Reminds me a little bit of Terry Collins.
Let's have that look. You're right.
Missed outside, and they are loaded up. Well, not what Canada wanted here in the early going. 15 pitches thrown so far by Perkins. Brings up Chris Denorfia, the center fielder. Ernie Witt, skipper for the 6th time for the Canadian national team. And that big bald head right there, that's Larry Walker. Both he and Ernie Witt to be inducted in the Canadian Hall of Fame later on this summer.
Very deserving. Distinguished major league players.
Norfia takes low, and why would you even think about swinging right now, making this guy throw some strikes? Norfia wore the collar against Venezuela, 0 for 3.
Well, you're right, and at this point, the last thing you want to do is go outside the strike zone to help Perkins out. Russ Martin trying to provide a little leadership behind the plate, just trying to relax his pitcher. Maybe a little anxious here in the early going.
Native of Victoria, British Columbia, had Tommy John surgery in 2006. Played last year in the independent leagues.
He feels like he's all the way back from that surgery.
Denorfia, a little dribbler up the third base line. Tough play for Tien, and safe at first. An infield single for Chris Denorfia. Italy gets its first run of the World Baseball Classic this year, and it's 1-0.
Telling you, this team is capable of upsetting Canada. We've seen that they've had the ability to show some flashes. Just a little swinging bunt. Team with a pretty strong arm, although playing beyond the baseline. And Denorfia just outran the throw.
Giuseppe Mazzanti, first baseman, takes strike one. He was 2 for 4 against Venezuela with a double. This guy did it all for his team in Italy, Nettuno.
One of the better hitters in their lineup.
Denny Boucher right next to Ernie Witt. He's the pitching coach. Really struggling with his command. 11 balls, 9 strikes so far here in the top of the first. Right back to Perkins, a little bobble. Comes home, they get the lead runner, and that's all they're going to get.
You know, that's twice, Victor, that Perkins has been victimized by a little bit of the nerves or anxiety. An error to lead off this game and a made-to-order 1-2-3 double play that he can't handle cleanly, and still giving Team Italy another opportunity to drive in a couple of runs.
Must be the excitement, still not being able to calm things down, slow things down for himself.
Well, you know, it also tells you how important it is to be that fifth infielder and field your position. Because to this point, it's already cost him a run in an elimination game.
Alex Liddy, the third baseman, it's jammed now for a second straight time, and he's in the hole quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. Remember, the Seattle Mariners organization played last year at A-Ball, Wisconsin, at 244 with 6 home runs and 53 driven home. Mike Costanzo, who we saw at third base the first game, was on the bench. T.J. Burton already up and loosening for Canada in the first. Check the swinger, did he? Apparently he did. Minoru Nakamura confirms that. Nakamura was over at third base last night in a non-disputed home run call off the bat of Ryan Braun. It was clearly foul on the replays, but Nakamura had called it fair. So 1-2 now. Nice play by Martin. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And with the finality of this game, an elimination game, Ernie Witt is not going to go very long with Perkins, who's been battling with not only his fastball command, but almost had a slider get away from him there. Thus the activity in the pen in just the first inning.
Ernie went with a virtual unknown in game 1 as well, and Mike Johnson. There's the pitch count. And a shot foul to the right side. Perkins now in the Cubs organization. He signed a contract this offseason. Pitched for the Cubs. He did participate in the 06 Classic as well for Team Canada. So another 2-2 on its way. And he got him on a high fastball that was nowhere near the strike zone. But Italy, well, they strike first. They get a run on 1 hit, 1 error. They leave them loaded. 1/2 inning complete. 1-0 Italia.
Math is the only language all human beings share.
Math can better predict financial markets.
Stop a pandemic.
Tell us how jets fly before we even build them.
Math can help us make the world work better.
Here's an equation that can help you get to work on time.
Math can do anything.
Predict mutations.
Fix the economy.
Protein folding.
Telematics.
Math can make the world smarter.
Smarter houses.
Smarter medicine.
Smarter systems.
Grocery stores.
Supply chain. Math solves problems.
That's what we're working on. I'm an IBMer.
Let's build
a
smarter planet.
Fair, straightforward pricing. That's what TD Ameritrade stands for. Think about it. Why pay investing fees you shouldn't have to, or account fees that aren't clear, like inactivity fees or maintenance fees? It's not right, and you know it. And the thing is, the other investment firms know it, but they do it anyway, and that's just not fair or straightforward. TD Ameritrade. Independence is the spirit that drives America's most successful investors.
Hi, I'm John Scherer, CEO and founder of Video Professor. I'm the guy that gives away the free computer learning lessons. Well, today I'm here to tell you about a great new product that many of you have been asking for. And here it is, how to buy and sell on eBay, and I'll give it to you free. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I can make you the next millionaire selling an attic full of baseball cards, but I can guarantee you that I'll teach you everything you need to know about eBay while cleaning out your garage and probably putting some money in your pocket at the same time. Now, I can do this because I know that once you try my lesson on eBay, you'll be so satisfied that the next time you need to learn anything about computers, you'll come back to Video Professor for all your computer learning needs. And with over 55 lessons on all of today's most popular computer programs, I know that there's more you'll want to learn. Call now and I'll send you eBay or any other lesson of your choice free. So what do you got to lose? Try my product.
Call 1-800-223-9053. That's 1-800-223-9053.
Italy on top 1-0 as we start the bottom of the first inning. That man, the left-hander Dan Serafini, will face this lineup for Ernie Witt. Chris Barnwell at short, Russell Martin doing the catching, Joey Votto at DH, Justin Morneau at first, Jason Bay in center, Matt Stairs out in right field. It's Mark Tehan at third base, Nick Weglars in left, and Pete Orr at second base. It's the same starting 9 that Ernie ran out there against Team USA. First pitch from Serafini, he's down and in. Barnwell went 0 for 4 in that leadoff spot against USA on Saturday. Last year at AAA with the Florida Marlins, now with the Houston Astros. That's up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Daniel Joseph Serafini, the former first-round pick of the Minnesota Twins way back in 1992. It's 2-1.
It's going to be very important for him to work ahead in the count. This lineup is pretty much stacked, even though it is a little left-handed against the left-hander Serafini. He has historically struggled against left-handed hitters, which is not a good sign, and neither is his count.
The last thing you want to do is, especially after striking first, is put base runners on base with this potent offense that Canada possesses. Outside, and Marvin Hudson here in the early going, certainly not a very friendly pitcher strike zone. So there's a defense for Italy. Catalanato, Denorfia, Chiarini from left to right in the outfield. Liddy, Punto, Dell'Ospedale, Mazzanti, and then Francisco Cervelli doing the catching for Serafini. There's Chiarini. As we mentioned in the open, a fantastic diving catch off Bobby Abreu's attempt for extra bases.
Full extension grab to the backhand side. And you were talking to him before the game. He got a new belt and everything. He's ready to go.
There's a strike to Russell Martin. There's that play again. It was early on in the game. The defense really for Italy showed some promise.
Well, that's what I was referencing earlier, is De Felice was throwing a lot of strikes. He was working quickly, and he was sneaking in behind runners. He's doing it all, and now for 4 innings, Italy looked like a real good team.
Made everybody perk up in their seats that night. They were a lot of fun. Martin, 280 this year, or last year I should say, with the Dodgers. 13 home runs, 69 driven home. Serafini, as you can see here in the early going, very deliberate worker. San Francisco native. Time with the Twins, Cubs, Padres, Pirates, Reds, and Rockies.
He has that slide step, and not what you'd call a real big high leg kick, deceptive move to first. And left-handers with the slide steps usually are not going to rely so much on deception, but a quick release. Painted the outside corner, and now the inside corner for that second strike.
Back. How worried should you be in this instance when you're struggling right now really to find that control, that release point, as far as being worried about the runner?
Well, that's the tough thing. You really don't want to be pitching from the stretch in the first inning when you're getting used to the mound, trying to get your emotions in check. Just really get a real workable effort level in your delivery that can be repeated and get that consistent release point. And that's the tough thing.
Good off-speed pitch there. Martin goes down swinging for the first out.
Pulled the string a little bit, had him out front. Little dead fish. front-footing Russell Mark.
Come on, Joey.
He's asking whether he thought that pitch was a strike. Was it down and out of the strike zone?
There's Joey Votto, who had a huge game against Team USA. He was a little bit late on the fastball. He was 4 for 5 with a home run and a couple of runs batted in. Remember, the Cincinnati Reds had a fantastic rookie year last year.
Yeah, some good young players looking to turn things around there in Cincinnati. Edinson Volquez, Bobby Cueto, Jay Bruce, and Mr. Votto here.
Yep. Brandon Phillips, Edwin Encarnacion. There's that home run off Jake Peavy early on in Saturday's contest.
Of course, he is very strong from the left side.
Missed outside with the fastball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Votto from Brampton, Ontario, just outside Toronto. 2nd round pick by the Reds.
He's been taking the train into the games and workouts. Well, where is this pitch? As a pitcher, you'd love to have it, but just a tad down.
And Serafini, much like Vince Perkins, throwing a lot of pitches here in the 1st inning.
Votto was saying he prefers taking the train as opposed to having some of his friends growing up drive him to and fro.
Story that Reds played here last year against the Blue Jays. He's out with his friends. Ended up going 0 for 12 in that series. Said, I'm never doing that again when I play in Toronto.
Things got a little too social and a little too late.
This one towards short. Played nicely by Punto. Takes it himself. And the inning is over. So Serafini, pardon me, gets the ground ball off the bat of Joey Votto. Nothing happening for Canada. We've played 1. Italy still on top 1-0.
Dear PlayStation, MLB 09 The Show thinks I can't hit the high and inside fastball. You're gonna fix that, right?
Well, Dustin, PlayStation gamers demand the most realistic baseball game ever, so we're just gonna keep it as is. It's called integrity.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just polishing my MVP trophy. How many MVPs do you know that can't hit that pitch?
Apart from you?
MLB 09 The Show, the most realistic baseball game ever. Rated E for everyone.
Baseball Classic. Behind every play, a nation. And every night, the most complete coverage, highlights, and analysis presented by Sprint. Throughout the tournament, only on MLB Network.
All right, class, let's button it. Becker.
Here.
Callahan. Callahan. Delivery confirmation on Callahan.
Drop him off at 8:15.
Gymnasium.
No, sir. No Callahan.
Always.
No Callahan. Just a freshman.
Thank you. No emails from his parents. Drivers, I need a 20 on Callahan. Got him. Reroute him straight to detention.
Get more done now with the new BlackBerry Curve, the only BlackBerry Curve with Nextel Direct Connect.
Today's World Baseball Classic game is brought to you by Sprint. Get more done with Nextel Direct Connect, only on the Now Network. and MLB 09, the show, only on PlayStation.
Inside the Rogers Center, top of the second inning, 1-0 Italy. As we take a look at the umpires for tonight's contest, Marvin Hudson behind the plate, Minoru Nakamura at first, Jerry Meals, he's the guy at second base, and Masami Yoshikawa rounding out the 4 arbiters for this evening's contest. Italy setting up 8-9-1. Cervelli, Chiarini, and Punto. It's Vince Perkins through 27 pitches in the first.
You know, I think Perkins was battling a bit of the nerves and anxiety in the first inning. Victor, we were down on the field. Of course, it's always kind of cool inside the Rogers Center when the roof is closed. And he had a pretty good lather going.
He certainly did. Gets the first batter here. So 1 away on the ground out. Those type of games are not fun, are they? You start struggling, trying to figure it out and become a mental midget out there.
Yeah, you start analyzing. Well, so far I really don't have my good stuff or my good location. And strangely enough, those can end up being your best games because you really grind a lot more mentally, and you're much more sharper and focused with your concentration. And as a result, I think you execute pitches a little bit better. And then sometimes throughout the course of the game, you may not have your curveball at all. And if you're looking for soft spots in the game to throw it and get the feel of it, sometimes it can appear right in the middle of the game out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, that'll be something to get you through the third time through and deeper into the game.
Funny part about that is that you talk to anybody, whether it's a position player or a pitcher, and more times than not, the guys that have the horrible bullpens warming up usually end up doing well, and the guys that have the horrible BP end up swinging the bat well. Why is that? Psychologically?
Well, I think it was just kind of what I had said before. And then the other thing is there are some pitchers that place a lot of stock based on the stuff that they have in the bullpen. And when they see that it may not be there during the game, they tend to panic. But there's a lot of different things that go on when that hitter steps in, and all of a sudden the adrenaline takes over. That extra foot is put on your fastball just based on your natural competitive instincts. But for the most part, you just want to really establish some rhythm and get warmed up properly in the bullpen and not place a tremendous amount of stock as to what you're seeing out there.
2-2 to Chiarini. He's outside, full count. It doesn't take a whole lot either to get things turned back around, does it?
No.
One pitch, one swing.
One pitch, you get a feel for it, remember how that feels, and try to duplicate it.
Well, he loses Chiarini after getting ahead of him at 0-2.
And that's more you revisiting the first inning where the plate was really bouncing around on it. Not coming out of his hand very clean with the release point.
Third walk issued by Perkins.
You looked at the pitching coach, Denny Boucher, whether you're Denny Boucher or Bobby Boucher, there's really not much you can tell a pitcher at this point.
I think it's Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, that's right.
This keeps up, they might have to lean on the water boy. Falling behind on Nick Punto. 1 ball, no strikes. Punto reached on the error to start this game off by the pitcher Perkins. Two balls and no strikes.
You see that delivery, he is not comfortable. Russell Martin spotted it as well. Just kind of closing himself off and then pulling off the ball. You're seeing when a pitcher is throwing on the opposite side of the plate that the catcher is putting the target down. Well, you can really tell that things are out of whack. A lot of pitches here in the early going, and I mentioned that he really worked himself into a lather in the first inning. Seems to be really pressing right now and frustrated with how his delivery is.
Good hitters count for Punto. 2 balls, no strikes. Three 3-0. On the early going, you See a guy like this out there, you let him go and try to figure it out. They had some action going in the bullpen. And you come out and immediately realize, all right, he doesn't have it. The bullpen is up and going for Canada. There's ball 4. So back-to-back walks, and this shouldn't take very long. And the Canadian fans are already on Vince Perkins. Denny Boucher is going to go out there. Talk things over with Perkins, who will also get a talking to from a couple of his infielders, Chris Barnwell, Pete Orr. Shouldn't take much longer for T.J. Burton to get loose out there. He was up in the first inning.
Pitching coach in this situation obviously sees that things are really out of whack, and he's just trying to reassure him, give him some confidence, maybe give him one checkpoint in his delivery to think about, to get his mind off of all of the stress that he's going through right now.
Dell'Ospedale steps to the plate. He reached down a fielder's choice and scored the lone run in this game in the first. In the first pitch strike category, Perkins just 4 of 11 with the 4 walks, 1 punch out. And even the punch out of Liddy to end the first inning was on a pitch that was nowhere near the zone. There's a strike.
Of course, that will add to the anxiety of kind of a caustic applause from the Canadian fans.
And the opposite way goes Dell'Ospedale over to right field. Coming around and scoring is Chiarini. It's 2-0 Italy.
Well, Team Italy was not able to get the big hit in the game against Venezuela. They had opportunities, and now they're in a situation where they can knock the starter out of the game early. Mentioned before that there is the possibility that Canada could be looking past Italy. In fact, Mike Piazza, their coach, was definitely thinking the same thing. Now they're getting after a pitcher who is having some difficulty.
That being said, why is Perkins still in this game? Catalanato takes strike 1. Frank drew a walk in the first inning.
Well, it's an elimination game, so both teams out of the bullpen should have all hands on deck.
Going the opposite way as Catalanato is prone to do, but this one just foul.
Well, you're right. A lot of left-handed hitters are what you call hitters that like to yank, that like to pull the ball, but he's someone that's thinking from his standpoint more middle of the field, where he covers the plate, covers the outer third better. And a pitch or a hitter with the experience knowing that he smells blood in the water the way Perkins has pitched to this point.
Popped him up. Tian a long run, same for Barnwell. Tian's got a beat on it, makes the catch. Catalanato is put out. The second out here in the second. Brings up Valentino Pascucci. Pascucci takes a breaking ball for a strike. He drew a walk himself in the first inning and was stranded. late on the breaking pitch, and it's quickly 0-2.
I think he was doing a little guessing there. Don't see that very often, a hitter being late on the hook. It's not a good frame of mind to be in.
And he swings and misses on a sinking fastball, and Pascucci goes down for the third out. But Italy gets a run. They do it on the base hit off Davide dell'Ospedale. They lead it 2-0.
Let's see if this seafood place can match the value of Golden Corral's Great American Seafood Tour. I'd like the crab cakes and throw in chowder, salmon, and shrimp, all for around $10.
No.
$10.
The bird says no.
You're joking, right? Buddy guy!
No other place can match Golden Corral's Great American Seafood Tour. Enjoy new crunchy Hawaiian coconut shrimp, Eastern Bay scallops, Maryland-style crab cakes, and more. All included on their endless dinner buffet for around $10.
Now that's quite a catch.
There's no place like Golden Corral.
Tame the road. Hankook Tires.
Never buy a used car without a Carfax Vehicle History Report. Ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com.
What an opening act, huh? I think we've got a leading man and many of them.
Willie Mays just brought this crowd to its feet. Swing it up and drive. It's State's man.
A swing, long drive, way back, it's good.
There's a new home run champion of all time.
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch.
El Presidente has painted an absolute masterpiece.
He's going.
It's coming alive. Reed to the plate. And he could end it all now with the most dramatic of flourishes.
What a performance. He is absolutely fabulous.
You're looking at one for the ages here.
He is Mr. November.
This is one of the all-time great balls. She is gone.
The remarkable Ryan has attained baseball immortality. Baseball immortality. The greatest of all time. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
They're going crazy. They're going crazy.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Dan Serafini now with a 2-0 lead as we look at his numbers last year in Monterrey, playing for the Sultans in the Mexican League.
The mighty Sultans.
6-2 at a 348 earned run average. First pitch to Justin Morneau's upstairs. He'll be facing 4, 5, and 6, Morneau, Bay, and Stairs. There's Vince Perkins, still working up that ladder. 49 pitches for him as Morneau swings through the off speed. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Morneau was 0 for 4 against Team USA on Saturday. And Morneau gets into one to right. Chiarini is at the base of the wall, leaps up and can't play it. DeNorfia backing up on the play. It is a double for Justin Morneau on what should have been an out.
It also shows you the power of Morneau. Ball carries very well here at the Rogers Center, and he just was a bit spent off the end of the bat, well out in front, but was almost able to get it out of the ballpark. And the one thing you do, the first rule is go back and find the fence. He had plenty of time to get there and really stopped his route too quickly. And you're right, if he goes back and extends that hand and finds the fence, he doesn't have to jump. He just has to let the ball come to him.
Yeah, he could have been standing right there at the base of the fence, make the catch. Here's Jason Bay of the Boston Red Sox. He takes the first pitch strike.
Just one of the subtleties of outfield play.
One and one. And if you're a scout at this game, trying to evaluate talent, those are things that, at the very least, those things you could fix. I mean, that's you're looking at the guy's body, the way he plays, the way he swings the bat, arm strength, all that.
That's one of the biggest improvements or fixes that you can make, even at the major league level, is improving outfield play. Through drills, repetition, and of course the very fundamentals of just going back. The warning track is there to give you a gauge as to where you are. Just extend that hand to find out where the fence is, and he wouldn't have even had to have left his feet.
3 balls and a strike. Bay, a member of the Pirates before being traded to the Red Sox last year. Key component for them down the stretch. Now is the count full on him. Ended up hitting .293 with the Red Sox with 9 home runs and 37 driven home.
Boy, he was a big help coming out of that Manning move to Los Angeles. They got younger, they got more athletic in the outfield.
There's ball 4. Well, the one thing Dan Serafini and even Vince Perkins, to a certain extent, cannot afford to do, considering the bullpens for both teams are a little shaky, really relying on a lot of minor league guys. And for Italy, guys that have never really played organized baseball at this level. But he can't keep going to deep counts, 3-1s and 3-2s of the world. If you take a look at the field dimension at the hitter-friendly Rogers Center.
Well, you're right. He's going to have to give Team Italy some length, that he's going to be able to do that by being economical with his pitch count.
Breaking ball for a strike. Matt Stairs, member of the Philadelphia Phillies organization, as they say up here in Canada.
That emphasize that I in organization.
Organization. Oh for 3 on Saturday against Team USA. Traded last year from the Toronto Blue Jays. Fabio Castro.
Matt Stairs trying to really lift that breaking ball, and he has a lot of lift in his swing.
Looking at a future Canadian Hall of Famer, without question. 254 career home runs.
Well, that's the difference with a veteran hitter Stairs being able to eyeball that close pitch just a few inches off the outside corner and eyeball it confidently.
way inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And we have not seen one of the international umpires behind the plate as of yet. So far, it's been Marvin Hudson or Dan Iasagna who saw in last night's game.
Serafini has to really execute and make a good pitch. If he makes a mistake out over it, this is a guy that can really hurt you.
Rounded to second, should be 2. Delaspedale to Punto, over to first. Mazzanti's got it for the double play. Morneau ends up at third. So Stairs grounds into that double play, and here's a good look at the turn.
Serafini got him to roll over on it. You know, with Tian coming to the plate, oftentimes a left-handed hitter, when facing a left-handed pitcher, will hunt for a breaking ball early in the count. Just looking for patterns. If the guy likes to throw first pitch, get me over breaking balls. It's a hittable pitch. Was just missed with it.
And the rationale for him working from the stretch in this instance, just because there's a man at third, comfort zone.
Yeah, just whatever feels comfortable for him. Morneau's not going anywhere. He's definitely not going to steal home. Given this situation, my preference would have been to go from the windup. The windup is a part of your delivery that's more rhythmical. You can kind of control your delivery a little bit better that way. If you're pitching in good rhythm, you're normally locating pretty well. So far, Serafini in this sequence to Tian has been underneath his pitches.
He's got Nick Weglars waiting on deck. .84-mile-an-hour fastball from Dan Serafini. Checked his swing. He did. There's a walk. Third issued by the left-hander. Second of this inning. Puts runners at the corners for Weglars. A visit to the mound from William Holmberg. It's a coaching staff that has a couple of former big league managers, and Mike Hargrove and Tom Trebelhorn, and Hall of Famer to be Mike Piazza.
I don't know what you want to see, almost 50-50 balls to strikes. And oftentimes with the pitching coaches out there, he's reminding you to be aggressive, and oftentimes a good time to jump on a fastball first pitch.
And goes breaking ball, and Weglars takes a strike. Canada's left fielder 0 for 2 Saturday. Played last year at Kinston. That's a ball in the Cleveland Indians organization. Number 3 rated prospect for the Tribe going into 2009, according to Baseball America. Serafini humping it up there to 88. Both managers have to be really discouraged by the start so far. 7 walks in an inning and 2/3. There's a strike.
And surprisingly, with all of that, Victor, just 2 runs on the board.
Canada's rolled into a couple of double plays already. Way outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not too many organizations would be lining up right now just based on what you're seeing from Dan Serafini.
He's battling with his location, and he's nibbling at the same time.
2-2 grounded foul.
Instead of being aggressive and taking charge and being on the attack, he's pitching to not get hit, trying to really being a little bat shy right now.
Let me ask you something. Can he, at this stage of his career, at least try to figure something? He's not going to be a starter in the major leagues. I mean, he could probably make some money down in Mexico on a yearly basis, but if the goal was to get back to the big leagues, couldn't you try to specialize yourself as a bullpen guy somehow?
Well, with the type of stuff that he has to be able to really locate.
2-2. Broken back grounder over to De Las Pedale. There's the 3rd out. Again, Team Canada had a couple of base runners on a double play, and they leave 2 more on base. 2 in the books. It is 2-0 Italy.
What is a petaflop?
A petaflop is 150,000 computations for every human on the planet per second. This computer can be used to help redesign our energy grid,
cure diseases in the vascular system.
You could simulate the Big Bang.
We can build
Smarter cities, cut down on crime, disease, gridlock.
global warming.
It can help us make the world work better.
We just broke the petaflop barrier. I'm an IBMer.
Let's
build a smarter
planet.
There's something about the freshness of Ireland that brings out the lasses. Get that clean scent from head to toe with new Irish Spring hair and body for all over freshness. New Irish Spring hair and body. Yes, sir. Hair and body.
The minute they asked me if I would like to play, I said absolutely.
Vamos a Puerto Rico.
You're able to do something for your country. It was a great feeling.
Baseball. 2-run score, and Korea leads it 2-0 in the 8th inning. The baseball del mundo. This tournament, I think, has exceeded everybody's expectations for excitement and drama. I don't think many of us were expecting these two would be in the final.
They're showing the people in the world that there's more to just being powerful and having a big name.
The big base hit. El clásico mundial de béisbol. That ball is hit high and deep to left field. A lo profundo.
It is with great pleasure that we present the championship trophy in this World Baseball Classic.
World Baseball Classic games on MLB Network are presented by IBM. Let's build a smarter planet. Visit IBM.com.
Top of the 3rd inning with Italy on top 2-0. Chris Denorfia to lead things off against Vince Perkins. Back out there, and he's just throwing his 50th pitch. Just to give you a little indication as how this game is going. 2 innings complete, 1 hour in the books. Just about.
It's been a real high wire act to this point for Perkins, who's had difficulty finding the strike zone. And who is that guy, Victor?
Denorfia down the line. That's a fair ball. That was Mike Piazza, by the way. Denorfia heading into second with a double. Piazza, who already had a smile on his face, going to be happy to see Denorfia getting that double, his second hit of the game, now 2 for 2 with an RBI.
And we were talking to Mike before the game, and he thinks that Team Canada.
Here comes Ernie Witt to a derisive round of applause. Perkins is done after 50+ pitches. A pitching break, 2-0 Italy.
Don't look, but you're totally getting scoped out right now.
Seriously, where?
Don't look. Been staring at you for like 20 minutes.
What, that? That's the money you could be saving with Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Guess it was my lucky day. I'm at the doctor getting my shoulder looked at. That goes well. But as we're finishing up, I mention that I'm going to the bathroom more often. Didn't think much of it. My doctor says we should check it out. Good thing. Turns out I have enlarging prostate. He tells me it could get worse and lead to prostate surgery. Then the doctor tells me about Avodart. He says over time, Avodart doesn't just shrink the prostate. It improves urinary symptoms and can reduce the risk of prostate surgery.
Avodart is for men only. Women should not take or handle Avodart due to risk of a specific birth defect. Tell your doctor if you have liver disease, rarely sexual side effects.
Giuseppe Mazzanti, the first baseman, has a 1-ball, no-strike count against T.J. Burton, the new chucker for Canada. And that's lined to center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Stopping at third base is DeNorfia. That ball was hit so hard, DeNorfia had to freeze for a minute, see if Bay was going to put a glove on it. So back-to-back hits here. Runners at the corners already up 2-0, and that brings up Alex Liddy.
One of the stronger hitters in the Italian lineup, Mazzanti, lacing that one to center, where it was actually going back towards left center with kind of a knuckleball type action to it. You know, I mentioned right before the pitching change that Mike Piazza thought that Team Canada may have been looking ahead to Venezuela. Right now, they're fixing to tack on.
Liddy, the third baseman, is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Skied into foul ground, and Morneau will run out of room. Burton in the Houston Astros organization. Originally an Indians 18th round pick in 2001. Last year in Akron, he was 2-2 with a 3.90 ERA, 29 games, all out of the bullpen. 23 strikeouts in 30 innings. And that is cut on and drilled to left center field, hit pretty well. Playable for Weglars. Tagging at third is DeNorfia. He'll score. 3-0 Italy. Sac fly for Alex Liddy.
Just something that Italy wanted to improve upon based on game one. They're hitting with runners in scoring position. Just a workmanlike sac fly.
Francisco Cervelli will step to the plate out of the Yankees organization. 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. Little whip action from T.J. Burton. Look at those numbers at Akron. Oh, 2 balls, no strikes.
A pitch that really wasn't that close to Cervelli. Sometimes he end up swinging at the motion or reacting to the motion of the side wheeling or side arming right-hander. A pitch not that close.
Little diver action.
Closer to the plate than it was to him.
And he takes a strike. Vince Perkins, the starter for Canada, ends up going 2+. 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned on 2 hits. There goes the runner, and well, hit and run action. Didn't see too much of that.
Francesco, vamos, vamos.
Breaking ball outside.
Here in the early going for both sides, a lot of 2-2 and 3-2 counts.
Well, he started him on a potential hit and run. Would you start him here with one out?
I would say no.
He doesn't go, and shot foul. Russell Martin with a good arm behind the plate. Marco Mazziati, who took over this Italian national team in 2007.
You're right, Victor. A ringer, dead ringer for Terry Collins.
Another 3-2, and that is upstairs, ball 4. Fifth walk issued by Canadian pitchers. Brings up Mario Chiarini, right fielder. Those that are here rooting for Canada, not very happy right now. Some serious pork chops right there. Chiarini takes strike 1. A walk drawn by Chiarini and a run scored in the second inning.
It's some pretty good at-bats in the Venezuelan game. Double first time up. He starts with an open stance and a pretty quick bat.
The long speed pitch got him. It's 0-2.
The old breaking ball equalizer. And that concerned Justin Morneau.
He just wants to go hit. Chiarini chasing way outside. Not close to those breaking pitches. Second out here in the inning. 2 men still on for Italy, up 3-0. Brings up Nick Punto of the Twins.
The illusion of a strike well off the plate.
Pitch recognition too is a thing that he has to work on. Seen that quite a bit of those swings on the off-speed stuff. That one just missed off the corner for ball 1. Punto's 0 for 1. He reached down an error and walked.
Good little player, typical Twins player. Good knowledge of the game, good 2-strike hitter. Plays well on both sides of the ball. Fundamentally sound.
Most of those guys in Minnesota are. Starts the minute they put on the uniform in spring training.
Oh, you're right. Their farm system does a great job preparing them for the big leagues.
Scott Diamond, the left-hander, up and loosening. Punto the opposite way, but right to Weglars. There's the third out. But once again, Italy tacks on a run on a couple of hits, leave 2 more on base. They've stranded 7, but they lead at 3-0.
What's the difference?
Keep up with all the latest World Baseball Classic news and stats and visit the official online shop of the World Baseball Classic at worldbaseballclassic.com. Here you'll find the largest selection of authentic baseball classic items for all 16 countries, including clubhouse gear, t-shirts, jerseys, and more. Right from the source, worldbaseballclassic.com. Pete Orr of the Washington Nationals leads things off. Italy on top 3-0. 9-1-2 do up for Canada. Orr, Barnwell, Martin against Dan Serafini. Serafini, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, 1 hit allowed. And he's done it all in an economical 42 pitches. Orr was 0 for 4 against Team USA on Saturday.
And Orr would have needed an Orr to hit that one, sweeping all the way across the plate.
Fastball just missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, there's the gear.
Gotta have me some. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Orr knew it. He was just begging that Marvin Hudson would ring him up.
Pretty good sequence of pitches by Serafini, who worked the outside corner to come right back down and in. And Orr was looking out over the plate, and he got one inside. And just really got himself thinking about the wrong side of the plate, hoping to get the call, and knew that he didn't.
So the top of the order now, Chris Barnwell. So if you had to pick one jersey to go down to all colors, sizes, makes of Pool C, which one would you buy?
You know, there's a beautiful community here in downtown Toronto, Little Italy. I'm thinking the Little Italy jersey would buy some pretty good meals down on College Street here in Toronto.
You, sir, are a genius.
Yep.
0-1 inside.
If they didn't want to do it in one trattoria or ristorante, you just go to the next one, and the next one, and the one there after that.
I think with our luck, one time, charm.
I got to go with you on that one.
Cued foul, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Barnwell drew a walk in the first. Seeing a little different Dan Serafini here. Maybe a little 3-0. The adrenaline starting to kick in here. The excitement, perhaps.
Well, wants to be a little bit more aggressive. There's no need to be running deep counts and to have them get back into the game with base runners, and somebody pops one. Sometimes you have to remind yourself that it's just much easier to be on the attack and to execute when you're ahead in the count, throwing more free and easy. That pitch just missing.
Good idea, though. Out to left field, chasing Catalanato back. 2 outs. Brings up the catcher, Russell Martin. Martin was a strikeout victim in the first with an off-speed pitch.
Talking about being on the attack, he's throwing a little dead fish, a little changeup. Although Barnwell is out in front, he has spent his power off the end of the bat. A routine fly ball to left field.
Yeah, with that off speed, turning that ball over, isn't it?
Pretty good numbers for the catcher Martin with the Dodgers, especially when you consider the demands of catching a full season. You always have a extra respect for the catchers that can keep the wheels on their hitting with all the things they have to do, working with the pitching staff and thinking along with the pitcher, game planning. And oftentimes that hitting becomes an afterthought, but not for Jay Martin.
Standing for Jensen, one of his middle names. Coltrane another. I would just go with Coltrane. Forget about Martin or anything else. Just Coltrane. Inside out job. How about this? Dan Serafini 1-2-3 against Canada, including a strikeout. 3 in the books. Italy's on top 3-0.
Math is the only
players.
Good look at the Rogers Center from behind home plate. 3-0 Italy as we start the top of the 4th inning. And a new pitcher on the mound for Team Canada's left-hander Scott Diamond, the Atlanta Braves organization. 26th best prospect according to Baseball America this year. Good numbers last year with Myrtle Beach.
Led all of the Braves minor leaguers with 15 victories.
He's got fans all over the place, even here in Canada. I was just thinking, of course, putting the cart before the horse for Team Italy. As De Las Pedale takes inside, he's 1 for 2. But you start looking at that roster that Italy has, and of course they struggle on the pitching side. But Mark DeFelice, we were talking about that game on Saturday night, was taken out after just 4 innings and having thrown just 45 pitches. It's key because of the way the World Baseball Classic is set up. Had he thrown more than 50 pitches, had to wait 4 days in order to bring him back, but because he threw just over 30 pitches as far as the categories, he has to wait 1 day, so he might be able to pitch. There would be an eligible pitch tomorrow should Italy advance.
I mentioned that Diamond won 15 games last year, his first professional season, where he started in A-ball and finished in what you would call high A-ball or advanced A-ball. And you win that many games, you do have the ability to throw strikes, and that's exactly what Ernie Witt is looking for, knowing he has a good offense. That is the strength of his team, and he's just looking for a couple of scoreless innings in an effort to garner some offensive momentum. We've talked about it before, how this short series or short tournament here, so much incumbent upon momentum.
Catalanotto takes low. 2 balls and a strike.
For Ernie Witt, whether it's Scott Diamond or Dustin Diamond, he just wants to see him throwing strikes.
Make sure he gets his entire team back to his home safely. That's the dugout where they could start swinging the bats a little bit. Strike on the outside corner. Catalanotto trying to sell it. And truthfully, it hasn't been a strike thus far tonight.
One's a bit off the plate.
Popped up behind the plate. This one will find its way into the seats.
Yeah, it's not even the midway point of Major League Spring Training, and Russ Martin's already being asked to catch 9 innings.
Catalanotto patented to left field, a 1-out single. They've had plenty of base runners. They had them against Venezuela, could not capitalize. They've stranded 7 so far, but at least tonight they've got a 3-0 lead.
He's trying to find a way to get the big hit.
Valentino Pascucci at the plate. Walk and a strikeout for the big man.
He's looking to iron out that timing. It looked really off in his last at bat. Late on the breaking ball and the fastball.
I've drawn the conclusion that he is a gentle giant. Spoke to him once again today before the game.
Seems like a real nice guy.
Really nice guy. Spent some 2 years in Japan. And a very caring man.
Right.
Making sure that his mom gets some birthday wishes.
6'5", 245. Big fella.
Your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Two balls and a strike. Originally drafted by the Expos in the 15th round in 1999. A Sooner. Valentino Pascucci.
Just getting things started a little too soon. Not letting the ball travel, a little jumpy.
I like what I've seen so far of Diamond.
You win 15 games your first professional season. That's a pretty good sampling of what you can do.
Oh, a nice breaking pitch gets Pascucci. There's out number 2.
Backed up a little bit on Diamond, but it was very effective. Oftentimes that backdoor or backup breaking ball, as the hitter is looking for it to come to him a little bit more, can be a very effective pitch.
Throw over to first. Catalanato's back. Italy with solo runs in the first 3 innings. Denorfia's got a couple of knocks. A single and a double with an RBI. Round 2 of the World Baseball Classic. It's got a chance to be an exciting baseball down there. The upsets continue to unfold. Netherlands playing Puerto Rico in San Juan, up 1-0.
Yeah, I would say to this point, they've been the surprise of the whole shooting match. Sir Sidney Ponson on the hill to beat the Dominican Republic 2.
A lot of big men on that team. Carlos Lee and Sir Sidney. Just to name 2. Diamond falling behind at 3 balls and a strike. Fans here a little testy. They want their ball club to start dialing it up a little bit.
They don't want to see them eliminated on their own turf.
Denorfia into the alley in left center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall and score a run. Catalanato chugging home. 4-0 Italy.
Well, this is definitely looking more and more like a big surprise. Italy could not get the big hits against Venezuela in game one. This time Denorfia going down and chopping that low fastball, getting excellent backspin. Great carry into the left center field gap. Good look at it here from our vantage point. And with each hit and each run heightens the stress level of Team Canada with the finality of this game.
Catalanato helped out, running on the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. So Denorfia 3-hit evening thus far with a couple of runs batted in, brings up Giuseppe Mazzanti. Mazzanti lined a single into center field his last time up. Big strong man who hit .392 for Nettuno. 6 home runs and 28 runs batted in. Italian dugout obviously very excited, pumped up right now.
Canadian dugout very despondent. Some of these fans getting a little restless, and you think their spirits would be lifted if they would know that Sebastian Schnuel of Whitehorse, Yukon, has taken an early lead in the Iditarod Trail sled dog race.
Wow. Hey, when you're done, could you give me a curling update as well? Mazzanti over to short. This should end the inning. Barnwell to Morneau. It does. And again, 4th consecutive inning. A solo run across the board. Middle of the 4th, 4-0 Italy.
All right, class, let's button it. Becker.
Here.
Callahan.
Hey, join us during the regular season when MLB Tonight brings you complete nightly coverage of every major league game, from the first pitch in the East to the final out in the West. You won't miss a thing with breaking news, live look-ins, highlights, and instant analysis all night long. MLB Tonight every Monday through Saturday throughout the regular season, only on MLB Network, our national pastime all the time. Bottom of the 4th, it is 4-0. A good view from inside the Rogers Center. Dan Serafini out to face Votto, Morneau, and Bay. There's the Renaissance Hotel. It's out in straightaway center field. And Votto going the opposite way. This one's going to split the outfield. Votto is locked in as far as hitting is concerned. He'll stop at second with a leadoff double.
Well, we mentioned that Ernie Witt is looking for a couple of shutdown innings to give his very capable, talented lineup a chance to get a little momentum or get some momentum back. Votto doing a beautiful job of staying with that pitch. Not overly pull conscious. Strength to drive it into the gap. And speaking of strength, coming up to the plate.
Looking forward to doing those live look-ins on MLB Tonight.
It should be great being able to break those down live and as we see them.
A lot of coverage. A lot of baseball.
From the East Coast to the West Coast. First to the last.
Morneau had a double in the second inning, so he's 1 for 1. There's Larry Walker, the first base coach for Team Canada. A little looper out into shallow center. Denorfia, good jump, can't handle it. Stopping at third base is Votto. Morneau in at second. Nice effort by Chris Denorfia in center.
Of course, the ball had some hang on it. Votto had to freeze to make sure that ball was not caught. Did not want to get doubled off with the Canadian team threatening, and the first time that they've had any sort of offensive momentum tonight. Chance to cut this lead in half.
William Holmberg, the pitching coach for Italy, is going out to pay a visit to Dan Serafini. We'll take a look at Votto heading to third base. There's Morneau. He's got a couple of hits. Jason Grilli is one of the guys that is up and loosening for Team Italy in their bullpen.
View from the hotel, Renaissance Hotel, part of the Rogers Center. And I don't know if Jason Bay could reach that. That would be quite a shot.
Bay drew a walk in his first plate appearance. It takes one outside. Chris Cooper is the other pitcher that's in the Team Italy bullpen, the left-hander. One and one. Serafini closing in on the maximum pitch count. He's at 61. 70 is the round one max.
Bay just a bit off on those last two hacks. Looking to get the bat more out in front of the plate.
Not even close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ernie Witt, a long-time Toronto Blue Jay. See Votto there at third, Morneau at second. Line, and that is a fair ball toward the corner. Karam's over to Catalanato, clears the bases. Morneau and Votto score, and Canada's on the board on the double by Jason Bay. 4-2 Italy.
That pitch selection right there didn't make any sense. And Bay, tardy on 2 fastballs on the outside part of the plate, then threw something soft on the inside part of the plate and really sped up his bat.
That's going to be it for Serafini. 3 straight hits here. 3 straight doubles. Marco Mazzieri is coming on out. He's going to the bullpen and bringing on the left-hander, Chris Cooper, with Matt Stairs due up when we return. Italy leads at 4-2.
Step 2, 3.
Up to the ballpark.
Are presented by IBM. Let's build a smarter planet. Visit IBM.com.
Rogers Center here in Toronto, Canada. And it's a typical hotel room that's got a window, and hey, it opens up to the ballpark.
That is, of course, what makes it unique.
4-2, Italy on top.
And of course, they offer dry cleaning.
Well, you got to have the dry cleaning if you're going to stay at the Renaissance here at the Rogers Center. Matt Stairs is due up. Stairs rolled into a double play ball in the second. Chris Cooper, the left-hander, on in relief. Cooper's got some time in the American minor league system. There's his numbers last year in Italy. It's in the Indians organization from 01 to 06. After being a 35th round pick in 01. University of New Mexico.
First time Team Canada feels like they've had any offensive momentum in this game. It's got these fans back into it.
There's a little taunting of Serafini as he was heading back to the dugout on the first base side. Canadian fans. Stairs hacking 3-0. Took a big swing there. He went around, says Marvin Hudson. It's a full count. No argument from Stairs on that sweeping breaking pitch.
He was just hunting for the breaking ball, looking to turn that around into his good low ball stroke that he has. A great low ball hitter. Started to sweep on it, overcommitted. And ever the veteran trying to sell it that he took it.
So full count now, still looking for the first out, and that is upstairs, a walk. A common theme in this ball game for both teams. And here comes Mark Tian, another left-handed batter. And this is what Cooper is in the game for. It's Stairs, Tian, Weglars, all three, and Pete Orr. There's Tian's numbers last year with Kansas City. Originally coming up as a third baseman, but bouncing around in the outfield. The arrival of Alex Gordon in KC. First pitch strike.
Yeah, he's been very professional with all of the changes they've asked him to make since coming up with the Royals. He's played on the corners in the outfield. Played third base. He's been working out at second base this spring. Easily going to be the biggest second baseman in the American League.
Breaking ball, and it's 0-2. He's a guy that everyone said as he was coming up that power would develop for him. Just has not been the case. As you watch Canada go through some of the off-speed stuff, especially that's been in the zone, it really, when it's been in the zone and they've been able to hit it, at least put a bat on it, they've been off balance every single time. These guys just have not been able to keep that ball within the strike zone to get those guys to chase. And the hard hit balls have been off fastballs. There's the breaking pitch. And down goes Tian for out number one.
Another problem with the breaking pitch, sweeping it off the outside corner, engaging Tian, and a frustrated expression, knowing he really chased one there.
Brings up Weglars, the left fielder, 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second. Big rip by the big left fielder. He put on a terrific show in batting practice the other day before their matchup against Team USA.
Big strong kid at 6'3".
Took part in the Olympics last year. This is, of course, an elimination game. Both teams at 0-1. Winner goes home. The winner of this game will take on Venezuela tomorrow night. Two balls and a strike now. There's Pete Orr.
Well, the lefty into the game, trying to neutralize the left-handed strength in Team Canada's lineup. That's a pitch we have seen called a strike at some occasions tonight.
Marvin Hudson has been at best inconsistent this evening.
Pretty close.
So 3-1 now. Runners at first and second.
Wow.
And they're loaded up. Serafini, who had a 1-2-3 inning in the third, did set the tone along with Vince Perkins for this ball game. He started for Canada as far as the pitch counts and the walks, the deep counts. 10 walks already in this game combined. We are in the fourth. Orr swinging through that one. 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the third inning. Most of the year at AAA last year, but with the Nationals, over 49 games and a 253. Big curveball there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Orr's had some difficulty in the two games so far in this tournament. Like we have seen before, the timing a bit off.
So Belly taking a look down at third base. That's where Jason Bay's at. Stares at second. Weglars over at first. Jammed on the breaking pitch. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Orr was looking away last time and got the fastball inside, locked him up, struck him out looking. A pretty decent breaking ball to hit there. Serafini that struck him out.
Got him on the breaking pitch. There's out number 2. Sequence so far for Cooper: walk, strikeout, brings up Chris Barnwell.
The sequence to Orr in the last at-bats have been pretty good. Locking him up inside, then sweeping the breaking ball away. Pretty tough to hit, guessing both sides of the plate.
Barnwell, the shortstop, a walk and a fly ball to left. Hooking one foul. Cooper at 22 pitches here. And in case you weren't with us earlier, there's a great look in the hotel rooms out in the Renaissance center field.
And that is a look from the hotel across the hall from the last one.
Different vantage points. The 1-1. Barnwell fouling one off. Sounded like he broke that bat too. Team Canada will be sending him a bill.
He's having a hard time staying back on the off-speed pitches. Same thing with Orr, the previous hitter who struck out.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, and the 1-2 pitch. And he lays off the breaking ball. It's 2-2. Showing a little patience there.
Well, Cooper does not want to go 3-2 with the bases loaded and 2 outs to start the merry-go-round. So you would think Barnwell should see a pretty good pitch to hit here.
Looped out to center field. Playable for Denorfia. And he's got it. But Canada gets on the board. They score twice on 3 hits. Leave them loaded. 4 in the books. It's 4-2 Italy. Hey, it's the hotel. We're in the 5th. 4-2 Italy. Alex Liddy leading things off. The bottom third due up for Italy. Francisco Cervelli, Mario Chiarini to follow. Liddy, a strikeout victim in the first inning, had a sac fly in the third. Italy starter Dan Serafini, 3 innings plus 3 batters, gave up the 2 runs on 4 hits through a total of 64 pitches. This one struck well to the alley in right center field, and this one's going to one-hop that shine out in right center. Liddy's got some wheels. He's going to stop at second. He was thinking about it. This shows you the little, I think I used the term, spunkiness of Team Italy when we opened up this show, and pumped up, aren't they?
They certainly are. Alex Liddy getting real good carry into the opposite field gap. Ran too far by the bag with Morneau sneaking in behind him.
Here's Cervelli, the catcher, who is grounded out and walked. Diamond came on last inning, and Cervelli bounced it foul here. It's 0-1.
The bottom part of the order just trying to collect another run. Cervelli trying to move Liddy 90 feet closer to home. This ball hits the bat twice. And while still in the batter's box, just a foul ball.
Not bunting here. He takes the fastball high. Canada playing their corner infielders in just in case Cervelli decides to drop one down. This one on the third base shot. Tien calls off Diamond. Sacrifice bunt works as Liddy moves over to third.
The left-hander with his follow-through falling over towards third base. He has to know a lot about the fielding capabilities, the third baseman does, of his pitcher. Tien was not going to take any chances, making sure to get an out. Quickly called him off. And Mike Hargrove hoping that Team Italy has picked the right inning to get on the board again.
Infield in for Canada for Chiarini at the plate. He fouls off the breaking pitch. Really, he's just not looked good on the off-speed stuff.
Going into the game against Venezuela, he looked like he was geared for the fastball, and only that.
Batting in the ninth hole. Nick Punto on deck. Down and in.
Talking about those situational at-bats, here is where they absolutely have to drive in Liddy to pick up that base runner at third base. Continuing to keep the pressure on Canada, who's gotten back into it.
So Diamond's ready to go after a visit by Martin. 1-2. Chiarini, a little floater out to shallow right. Long run for Pete Orr, who was playing in. Nice job making the catch. Liddy faking the tag. He'll stay at third.
Pretty nifty athletic play by Orr, going back towards the foul line with his back to the infield and having to get the ball in quickly, not wanting to take any chances with Liddy going back to tag.
So it'll be up to Punto, who will spin around and hit for the right shot. He's 0 for 2, including a walk. He lined out with 2 men on in the third inning out to left field. Shoots one out to center. Bay is right there. There's the third out. Leadoff double is stranded for Italy. Middle of the fifth inning. 4-2 Team Italia.
9053. That's 1-800-223-9053.
Canada still trailing at 4-2 as Russell Martin takes a strike. It'll be Martin, Votto, and Morneau against Chris Cooper, the left-hander. We welcome in the mascot for Team Italy and writer for Sports Illustrated, and one of our own MLB Network's Tom Verducci. With a name like that, you've got to be rooting for Team Italy.
I'm impartial here. I have to be objective here.
Come on, be honest. It's not regular season.
No, but you know what? The game in a weird kind of way has been pretty fascinating. Elimination game, it brings me back to American Legion elimination tournament games. All hands on deck.
I'm curious that you use the term fascinating when describing this game. A lot of walks, of course. How do you think the overall don't know, I guess the perception of the World Baseball Classic has been so far this time around as opposed to in 06?
Better. I really believe it's starting to catch on. I judge it, Victor, by the reaction of the U.S. players. And the first time around, I thought they were really finding their way, weren't sure what it was about. I got to tell you, this group of guys here, they've totally bought into this. And I think they've got a good thing going, a good vibe in that clubhouse. They all want to be here to a man.
We've seen over the first 2 games the platooning at shortstop between Derek Jeter and Jimmy Rollins, and we were told this was not going to be an all-star game type of scenario as it was in 06. What's the dealio? You're the guy that's dialed in down there.
Even Jimmy Rollins was surprised at that. You know, midway through that first game for the U.S., Barry Larkin, our MLB Network guy, became the shortstop coach. And Davey Johnson went to his shortstop coach and said, you decide what you want to do with the shortstops. And Jimmy was in the back room just kind of staying loose. And Barry said, how about we go 3 at-bats, Derek, 2 at-bats for you. And Jimmy said, I'm okay with that. So on the fly, they called an audible, and they got off the 1-game alternating game scenario and went to let's split the games in half to try to keep the guys sharper. And they were both okay with that. Kind of strange seeing Derek Jeter coming off the bench yesterday, though, wasn't it?
No doubt.
But both of them have swung the bat well. Each, when they had their 3 at-bats, got a couple of hits each.
Votto breaks his bat out to Denorfia. Should be the 2nd out.
Well, talking to Corey Koski of Canada, he made I thought, a very interesting point the other day. He said when they played the U.S. in 06, he thought after the 2nd at-bat, he could see guys in the U.S. lineup starting to get their timing, and then they'd be hooked from the game. And the Canadian guys noticed that, and they said, that's great. Now somebody else has to come in and find their way. And I think other than the shortstop position, Davey Johnson is letting these guys stay in the games. And you saw, especially yesterday, the fact that they really broke out late in the game as guys were getting their 3rd, 4th, and 5th at-bats in the game. I think that's starting to pay off.
Chipper Jones left with a mild oblique strain. Is it serious or just one of those precautionary things?
Well, I think there's a reason why they call it an oblique. You never really know with an oblique. And I talked to Chipper. He said he thinks it's only a few days. As a switch hitter, he said he goes through this a lot. He obviously is not going to play Wednesday here in the final game in this round. He thinks he's going to be good for Saturday. Now, he didn't do any baseball activities today. He'll try to do something tomorrow. But again, Victor, I think they'll have to see how that feels a couple of days from now. But he said they need a crowbar to get him off this roster between now and the 2nd round.
Well, he has to be very careful because, as you know, if you pull that rib cage muscle, that is 6 to 8 weeks minimum.
I think that's a great point, Joe, and I think the Atlanta Braves people obviously are very aware of that. You know, if in fact it is a minor thing, you know, he can get by with a couple of days, but that is a tremendous risk if you go out there and if it does become something worse, it can become a major issue that take months to cover.
De Los Pedale, nice play, but he can't get Morneau. Infield single. 3rd hit for Morneau to go with a couple of doubles as well.
Pretty little nifty instinctive play by De Los Pedale to go into that little pop-up slide to reverse his momentum. Got that ball up and out of there rather quickly. He was just too deep.
Good pitch too from Cooper. Keeps the inning alive for Jason Bay. Now, you've been down in spring training both places, Arizona and Florida?
Just Florida so far.
Our viewers have not had a chance to get their fill of Tom Verducci-ness in the month of February. Are you excited about the regular season and coming back?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure those emails and phone calls are pouring in.
Oh, it's unbelievable. it's like Christmas time and the Santa Claus letters just coming in.
That's right. It only makes you appreciate it more when it does go.
Are you having fun doing it, though?
Oh, it's an awesome experience. Yeah. And I'll tell you, the feedback that, and I'm sure you guys have found this as well, the feedback that I'm getting from people in the game, the players, the managers, the scouts, has just been tremendous. You know, there's a destination for the baseball community to go to 24/7, 365. And I think people really appreciate the fact that we're there for them whenever they want us.
Vele smothers that one, Chad.
I was going to say it's been a credible breakdown of the game and of the various teams that they've covered on the 30-30 show, and also with the likes of you and John Heyman, a very credible news source as well.
Well, and I think when you touched on the 30-30, Joe, I've heard from a lot of clubs saying it's great to be recognized that if you're not the Yankees or the Red Sox,
right,
you know, your fans can still hear and see about what's going on with your club.
Okay, Skies went out. See if it hits those catwalks. It did. It's in play, and nobody can get it. So it's a hit. Those are the catwalks that were installed this offseason. It usually is for like a Disney on Ice shows that they have here. And if it hits it, it is in play. And Joe, you spent a lot of time at big circus tent down in South Florida they call the Trop. You're familiar with those things.
Definitely an insight. And being a live ball, and we saw one the other day hit the catwalk. It was a great play by Punto just to catch the deflection, and that was a very challenging play as well. And you just don't want to see the game affected by the ball in the air off the ceiling.
You know, guys, I know that was one of the U.S. team's concerns when they walked in here. Derek Jeter obviously has played many games in this place, and then he said, where did those things come from? And in fact, as we've seen now, as you mentioned, this is twice now where they've come into play. These will not be around when the regular season starts. It is here an installation for the Disney on Ice show, but you know, we're getting a little bit of a entertainment value here in a baseball game with it.
Tell you what, Giuseppe Mazzanti almost made a terrific play on the dive. So Stairs will come up. 2 on and 2 out. Besides all of that Yankee third baseman business that's been going on, it's been kind of a quiet spring training. Well, then the Manny Ramirez stuff too.
It has been. It definitely has. And obviously, the WBC is a part of that. A lot of the players, not just U.S. players, obviously, have left their respective teams to play in the tournament.
Guys are starting to see too how much fun, now really how competitive some of these games are. I think I read today that Brandon Webb of the Diamondbacks has twice now turned down a chance to play for Team USA. Thinking, you know what, next time I'll consider it, just watching some of the games.
I think that's a great point, Victor, because I think the best ambassadors for this tournament are the players who are in it. And they will talk to their colleagues, their teammates, their friends when they go back to their respective camps and tell them about this experience. And I can tell you, the people on the U.S. team, these players, they will give nothing but rave reviews about this tournament.
Stairs pops one up. Does it hit the catwalk? It doesn't. And Punto with the call. There's a third out. Tom, we appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Thanks for having me, guys.
See you next time. Tom Verducci of MLB Network and Sports Illustrated. We've played 5 at Toronto. Italy still leads it 4-2.
I'm Roger T.
Favorite country and players.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the World Baseball Classic, Inc. and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. Rogers Center in Toronto, top of the 6th inning. Victor Rojas with Joe McGrain. Our thanks again to Tom Verducci for joining us. Italy on top 4-2. Dell'Ospedale, Catalanato, Pascucci, the scheduled 3 here. And Diamond has done a nice job for Canada as far as settling things down.
Well, that's what Ernie Wendt wanted him to do, to really try to develop some offensive momentum. They are much deeper offensively than Team Italy.
Dell'Ospedale is 1 for 3 with an RBI single he had back in the 2nd. And a leadoff walk.
Showing a good eye.
Brings up Catalanato, the left fielder, who's walked, popped out, singled, and scored. Diamond right now is at 43 pitches. Canada's getting some action going in their bullpen. Netherlands still leading Puerto Rico 1-0. That game in the 7th inning in San Juan. Right-hander by the name of Steve Green, the man that's loosening. Frustration starting to set in a little bit on Ernie. Upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. So Diamond, who has thrown the ball well for the last 2 innings here, on the verge of having back-to-back walks to start the 6th.
Catalanotto looking for something out over the plate. Knows he does not want to be pull conscious here. Like he got a hit going the other way last time up.
With Marvin Hudson, the evil eye after that pitch. And he pops one up. First out here in the 6th inning. Brings up Valentino Pascucci.
Well, they have to love the way their team has been playing to this point. Even the media is friendly from Italy there.
They're relentless over there. Pascucci takes the breaking ball low. He's 0 for 2. The walk and a couple of strikeouts. There's a different angle from the Rogers Center, this time from the media area near the food services down there.
Just a
delicacies that they produce on a nightly basis. Broken bat bouncer to short. Could be, should be 2. It is. The Diamond struggling with the control. Almost walks 2, but instead no damage done. Gets a double play ball. Middle of the 6th here in Toronto. Italy is up by the score of 4-2. Italy on top here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom third due up for Ernie Witt and Team Canada. Tien, Weglars, and Orr. Chris Cooper, the left-hander, still in there. Came out with nobody out in the 4th inning. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a fly ball out. And the 5th inning, after getting the first 2 outs rather easily, gave up back-to-back hits. One, of course, catwalk aided, but got Matt Stairs to pop out. Canadian fans here at the Rogers Center, very verbal bunch, always rooting their teams on with vigor.
And a relentless and worried bunch that have seen their team trail now by 2 runs in this elimination game. And Cooper has kind of neutralized the left-handed strength of this lineup.
He's doing what Lenny DiNardo could not do on Saturday against Venezuela.
Throwing strikes.
And the same could be said for Jason Grilli.
And he's got the positive self-talk going as well.
Tien's drawn a walk and struck out. Chased a breaking ball in the dirt last time against Cooper. Lays off here, and it's a leadoff walk.
Well, you just get the feeling that that may be the start of something for Team Canada, who's been really waiting to try to put things together.
Good look at what's gone on so far. Both starters, Dan Serafini, Vince Perkins, not pretty, not sharp at all. Kristen Orpheus had a nice day for Italy, 3 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in. Nick Wegelar's the left fielder's up. Ground ball to second and a walk. 6 walks issued by Italy's pitchers. 6 issued by Canada's.
Well, that's why you're concerned, especially with this offensive lineup being a little deeper than Team Italy's with those walks. They just eventually really bite.
Off-speed pitch gets Wegelar's out in front. It's 0-1.
But since Cooper has come into the game, there have not been many of the left-handed hitters that have had what you call good swings. Ernie Witt, a left-handed hitter, all too familiar with that. Knows that his lefties need to stay on the ball a little bit more.
The off-speed stuff really has worked thus far for the Italians when they've been around the zone against Canada's hitters. Here's another one there.
Another iffy swing off a Cooper delivery.
A huge advantage on either side. There's a hitter or a pitcher for guys that you haven't faced. Virtually no scouting reports, video, or anything like that. Got him looking. There's out number 1 here in the 6th inning, and that brings up Pete Orr.
This really hits home the importance about getting the ball over the dish, because when Cooper has thrown strikes, these hitters have really not been able to track the ball very well.
Orr 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, and the last one swinging. All right, we had that doing a little Terry Collins, Marco Mazzieri. How about Pete Orr and Darren Erstad?
They're both left-handed hitters. Did definitely see that.
That they're left-handed?
The similarities, too.
I was going to thank you for affirming my selection.
I'm here to help.
On the outside corner, it's 1-2.
Orr has the feeling that he has seen all of the best pitches from Team Italy tonight. Struck out looking, struck out swinging last time up. He doesn't know what to look for now.
Fouled off to the left. The count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just fighting off that fastball.
A little bit late.
Yeah, he's a bit confused now. He struck out on a breaking ball the last time up. Just in a real defensive mode.
Pretty close. Popped him up. Punto with the call. 2 away. Chris Cooper with 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. Here's the sequence.
Mentioned that Orr has been pitched tough by Team Italy. He's looking in. He's getting the pitch away. They're fighting off the fastball. And caught in between again.
Cooper departs. The right-handed Chris Barnwell coming up. It's going to be Jason Grilli being called upon to keep the 4-2 lead.
Let's see if this seafood place can match the value of Golden Corral's Great American Seafood Tour. I'd like the crab cakes and throw in chowder, salmon, and shrimp, all for around $10.
No.
$10.
The bird says no.
You're joking, right?
Funny guy.
No other place can match Golden Corral's Great American Seafood Tour. Enjoy new crunchy Hawaiian coconut shrimp, Eastern Bay scallops, Maryland-style crab cakes, and more. All included on their endless dinner buffet for around $10. Now that's quite a catch. There's no place like Golden Corral.
Here at DirecTV, we continue to offer the best television experience possible, including DirecTV Mix channels, which let you get more out of your TV at no extra charge. Give them a try. Tune to channel 102 and stay on top of breaking stories with Newsmix. If you're a sports fan, you get your own Mix channel, and you'll get enhanced coverage of major tournaments throughout the year. Just a few examples of how we're making your TV experience unlike any other, all compliments of DirecTV.
One game at a time? That's no way to follow the big dance. With NCAA Mega March Madness, only from DirecTV, you can watch up to 4 games at the same time. You'll have access to all 64 tournament games and the most games in HD, plus live scores and interactive brackets, all at your fingertips. You won't have to find the upsets. They'll find you. Order NCAA Mega March Madness exclusively on DirecTV.
World Baseball Classic games on MLB Network are presented by IBM. Let's build a smarter planet. Visit IBM.com.
Two outs here in the 6th inning. It is 4-2 Italy, and Chris Barnwell, the right-hand hitting shortstop, will step in against the new chucker for Italy, Jason Grilli. There's Chris Cooper. Nice job for him. He's responsible for that man at first base. The first pitch from Grilli just a little bit high. Ball 1. Grilli saw action in the first game, went 1/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits. The off-speed misses low. He allowed 3 runs in that 1/3 of an inning. And he walked 1.
He's one of the more experienced guys on Team Italy's pitching staff, and he's going to be expected to give them some innings here, some scoreless innings. He did not have a good outing last time out against Venezuela. Cooper doing a good job neutralizing the left-handed hitters for Canada, the strength of their team.
And you would think that coming into a game such as this with Chris Barnwell, who really is a minor league player, that you just come right after him, take your chances. Doesn't get easier after this one for sure, with Martin, Votto, Morneau, Bay, and so on and so forth.
We saw Grilli last night, and he seemed to be in a very reflective mood, knowing that he was going to be counted on today, getting ready to pitch.
Popped him up. The Norfia's got it. And Grilli gets the job done. Nothing happening for Canada here in the 6th inning. They leave a man on. We've played 6-4-2 Italy.
What? Giant peanut with sea salt. Dude, you're freaking me out. Hey, get sick of the scary.
Planters, now with pure sea salt.
Nice move. Speaking of moves, where are you putting your money these days? I'm in CGM Focus Fund. CGM Focus Fund? Why is that? Simple. It's managed by Ken Hebner. The fund is concentrated and zeroes in on opportunities in specific sectors and industries. So every move counts, right? Right.
Call 1-800-CGM-INFO for current performance information and a prospectus. Read the prospectus carefully.
You had all the moves today.
A very excited Italian dugout. They lead it 4-2 as we get ready to start the 7th inning. Chris Cooper, nice job by him. He's on the left. Dan Serafini, the starter, on the right. There's Jason Grilli coming in after getting that last out in the 6th. Good conversation with his catcher, Francisco Cervelli. They're starting to feel it. They're starting to sense it. And why not? They should. 4-2, they lead it.
There's a little love exchange there for getting that one out. Seem to be getting along rather well.
I'll tell you what, that is in-depth coverage right there. Fantastic camera crew that we have here at the Rogers Center. Getting it done. Chris Denorfia with 3 hits tonight. A single and a couple of doubles. Denorfia trying for his 4th. Matt Stairs can't get this one off the fence. Denorfia, good speed. Stairs, great arm, but he is in there safely with his 4th hit, his 3rd double of the night.
A one-man wrecking crew with those doubles.
He's the Jose Lopez of Team Italy.
Boy, you're right, a doubles machine. That ball almost halfway up the fence. It's one thing you have to do late in the game, especially going up against a deeper squad, is to really maximize the tack-on runs late. Continue to pull away. I think they'll be bunting here with Giuseppe Mazzanti, their best hitter, at the plate.
He's 1 for 3 as we take a look at Steve Green, the right-hander, on for Team Canada.
Should say one of their better hitters.
Green takes over for Scott Diamond, who went 3 innings, allowing a run, a strikeout and a walk. Just keeping tabs on the other games. Netherlands still leading Puerto Rico. Top of the 8th inning, 1-0. 1-1 is skied out to left center. Bay's got a beat on it. Denorfia's got good speed. That should be deep enough to move Denorfia to 3rd. And it is.
Well, Victor, he started his dive, his Pete Rose headfirst dive, seemingly on the carpet, on the turf. He started that really early. Maybe we'll get a look at that. But a productive out for Mazzanti.
Got Alex, fight to Labor. Alex, buddy.
So a man at 3rd base brings the infield in for Canada.
This is a big, big run for Team Italy to drive in.
That one almost gets by Russell Martin. Hard breaking ball. Nice job by Martin. Liddy tonight has struck out, picked up a sac fly, and he has doubled. Looped out to right field. That is going to fall for base hit. Denorfia was back at 3rd base, and K-Stairs caught it. A base hit with an RBI. It is 5-2 Italy.
That is a big run.
Reality is, if he doesn't break his bat and squares it up, he hits it to stairs, and they might have a play at the plate, but because he broke it off the end, ball just died out there. Brings up Francisco Cervelli, the catcher. A ground out, a walk, and a sac bunt, 0 for 1.
Well, they might be trying a little hit and run here to keep the pressure on.
Runner goes, breaking ball, good pitch to run on, and sure enough, a stolen base for Alex Liddy.
I wonder if that was a missed sign. Cervelli did not swing. Mike Piazza said before this game he thought there was a chance Team Canada could be overlooking the Italians.
This one fouled off to the right. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Green, the right-hander for Canada out of Quebec. Former 10th round pick of the Angels. A pitch in the Boston Red Sox organization this year. He's been around a while in the minor leagues. Good numbers at AAA Lehigh Valley, 5-1 with a 309 last year. Strikeout picture, 71 punch-outs in 67 innings last season. Broken bat roller to short. 2 outs. So it'll be up to Mario Chiarini, the right fielder, to get home that run. Nope, they're going to pinch hit for him, and it's going to be Mike Costanzo. Left-handed batter. Costanzo of the Baltimore Orioles organization. Good bat. Left-handed bat at that. .261 last year at Norfolk. Not a real power guy, but he can make some contact. Outside for ball 1. One for 4 with a double against Venezuela in the 7-0 loss on Saturday. There's a strike. Lays off that one. It's 2 balls and a strike. Pennsylvania native, drafted by the Phillies, was Costanzo.
Out of Philadelphia.
How about that? Dream come true. Huge Philly fan growing up. You get drafted by them. And all of a sudden they flip you to the Astros for Brad Lidge. And then you're not in Houston for not even a month, and you get flipped to Baltimore for Miguel Tejada. I guess it's closer to Philly.
Well, he's found a home on the Italian team.
Yes, he has. One of its leaders. He's a guy that certainly can rally the troops. fans trying to get into it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's in the dirt. Nice job by Martin. Liddy has to hold at third. So full count now. Top of the order, Nick Punto on deck. Townies with a solo run here in the 7th, lead it 5-2. Inside, he walked him. So it'll be up to Punto now.
Well, it's interesting to see how the rest of this is going to shape out. Ernie Witt, knowing that he is thin in the pitching department, going to go to the bullpen.
You got a right-hander warming up in the bullpen. Punto's a switch hitter. And sure enough, Ernie, after 16 pitches from Mr. Green, is going to make a move here. So a pitching break. We're in the 7th, 5-2 Italia.
It's the money you could be saving with Geico. He's not much for conversation, but if he was, it would be a conversation about saving you money.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's the money you could be saving with Geico. He's peering deep into your soul, as if he knows you'd like to save money.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
They asked me if I would like to play. I said, absolutely.
Vamos a Puerto Rico.
You're able to do something for your country. It was a great feeling.
Baseball. 2-run score and Korea leads it 2-0 in the 8th inning. Baseball del mundo. This tournament, I think, has exceeded everybody's expectations for excitement and drama. I don't think many of us are expecting these two would be in the final.
They're showing the people in the world that there's more to just being powerful and having a big name.
Gets the big base hit.
Del Clásico Mundial de Béisbol.
That ball is hit high and deep to left field.
A lo profundo.
It is with great pleasure that we present the championship trophy in this World Baseball Classic.
We're still in the 7th. 2 outs. And a 5-2. Team Italy lead. Runners at first and third base. A pinch run over at first. Andrea DeSantis is taking over for Costanzo.
Might be passing along the word about stealing a base here.
Punto takes a strike.
Or perhaps with 2 strikes, trying to get picked off at first base and get in a run down, maybe try to steal a run. Well, I wouldn't think wanting to do anything to waste the at-bat of Punto here.
Nothing to show for it, but he swung the bat well today. 2 hard outs in the 3rd and the 5th inning. 0 for 3 overall. Chris LaRue, the new pitcher for Canada. Florida Marlins organization. Native of Montreal. There's Mike Hargrove. Fouled straight back, and it's 2-2.
He might be going here with 2 strikes.
He is.
Serafini. They set scores too.
Tom Treblehorn running through the signs at third base. Punto over to short. Played by Barnwell. Foot race safe at second. Late is Pete Orr getting over to the bag, and DeSantis, good speed, is able to get in there. The run scores 6-2 Italy.
Team Italy's manager looking pretty smart, pinch running there in that situation. This is a mistake here by the shortstop Barnwell, knowing with the runner going, the out is over at first base. And a very risky move. Even if the second baseman was there, like DeSantis had that beat. The out was at first. And like we were talking about earlier, the importance of packing on runs late in the game, that's what Team Italy has been able to do.
Davide De Las Pedale is at the plate now. Runners at first and second. LaRue drops the hammer in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. De Las Pedale has picked up an RBI today on a single in the second inning. And there are faint chants of "We want Stubby." Stubby clap. Two runs in for Italy here in the 7th, on top 6-2.
Ernie Witt knowing it's getting late.
Excuse me, swing, flaring one foul. There's Jason Grilli chomping at the bit to get back out on the mound. Las Pedale goes down swinging. There's the third out, but Italy tacks on 2 more runs. They do it on 2 hits. They leave 2 more men on. 7th inning stretch time at Toronto, 6-2 Italy.
Lesson 1, we're never late. Make sure you're getting up over your front leg. We like to establish our dominance with a fastball. We throw inside when we have to, and we don't listen to that. Our favorite color is green and bunt.
He should put a towel on. The major leagues down to the minor details. Major League Baseball 2K9. Play ball! Rated E for everyone.
Hi, may I help you?
Yes, I hear Progressive has lots of discounts on car insurance. Can I get in on that?
Are you a safe driver?
Yes.
Discount. Do you own a home?
Yes.
Discount. Are you gonna buy online?
Yes.
Discount. Isn't getting discounts great?
Yes.
There's no discount for agreeing with me.
Yeah, I got carried away.
It happens to me all the time.
Helping you save money. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Welcome to Progressive's Concierge Claims Center. You must be Mr. Garcia.
I was in a little fender bender.
We have your reservation right here.
Call or click today.
Here's a look at the upcoming games. Mexico at South Africa. Mexico lost a big one last night to Australia. Venezuela will play the winner of this ball game. Dominican Republic against the loser of the Netherlands and Puerto Rico. Netherlands still leading that one in the 8th inning. It is 1-0. Puerto Rico threatening. They left the bases loaded in the 7th. Bert Blyleven still working his magic down there as a pitching coach in the Netherlands.
They have been the surprise team of the tournament. This could be one real surprise win here if Italy can pull this off.
There's a look at Andrea DeSantis, the new right fielder. He was the pinch runner. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Canada here in the 7th. Really back out there. He's falling behind at 2-1. Martin, Votto, Morneau.
Very important, Mike Piazza knows, for his team to get a shutdown inning after scoring 2.
Martin, a chopper toward the hole. Diving is Liddy, and got him. Terrific play by Liddy. We saw it on Saturday night against Venezuela. The Italians can play some defense.
Boy, they are playing some inspired baseball right now. Just a step to the right and then back full extension to the left. Full extension with that 6'3" body. Not only a great play, but that all-important leadoff out.
Very nimble big guy.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of ground to cover as a third baseman. So 1 out brings up Joey Votto. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored.
Third base normally a reaction position, but he showed some good range going to his left. Very crucial to get through this part of the order for Grilli.
Votto out into right center field. DeNorfia can cover some ground. Dives, and he got it. Chris DeNorfia in right center field. 2 outs.
Who are these guys? My goodness.
And what did you do with the Italians?
I'd say that's some inspired baseball. They've had 2 of the greater catches you're going to see in the outfield the last couple of games. DeNorfia is all over the field.
Covering some ground, 4 for 4 at the plate. Scored 1 of the 2 runs in the 7th. Grilli's taking him out for dinner. Morneau takes strike 1. He's 3 for 3. A quiet 3 for 3. 2 doubles and a single. How about Grilli getting Morneau right here? You watch this Italian team sprint to that first base dugout.
They are fired up.
Hooked into right field. There's a base hit. A 4-hit night for Morneau. A off speed pitch just hung out there. Too good a hitter to leave that pitch out there.
He's done his part.
And it brings up Jason Bay, who has walked, doubled home two runs, and he has singled. Chance of let's go Canada. Bay pops one foul.
You know, that kind of up and away quadrant has given Bay some difficulty. It's the off-speed pitches on the inner half that he has hammered. Those are the pitches, that one right there, that he's just not quite getting to.
Just missed low, apparently.
It looked like a pretty good pitch.
Good breaking ball there. Good location, too.
Boy, he was badly fooled.
Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really wants to stay on the attack here. Does not want to have any more base runners reach.
Not a bad pitch.
And another borderline pitch not going his way.
You get the lefty bat of Matt Stairs on deck. Morneau will be off at the pitch over at first. Mazzanti plays behind him there. Bay takes outside. Where is that pitch?
Boy, there were some pitches there where the plate really shrunk up.
Can't blame Grilli. He made 2 quality pitches those last 2. It may have been a little bit low, but that fastball certainly was good before that.
Well, you wonder how Bay lays off that. It is just a bit below the knees.
So here's Matt Stairs.
That's why you wanted to stay away from the walk, where really just one swing could really make them feel that they're right back in it.
Stairs 0 for 2. Rolled into a double play. He's walked and popped out. First ball swinging, pops it up. Playable for Liddy, the third baseman. Third out. Jason Grilli gets the job done. He gets 2 men on with 2 out, works his way out of it. 7 in the books here in Toronto. The Italians lead it 6-2.
Hi, this is veterans.org.
Hey, join us during the regular season when MLB Tonight brings you complete nightly coverage of every major league game. We would actually be covering the World Baseball Classic, and we are with World Baseball Classic tonight. A couple of upsets brewing right now. We'd be covering that. Here in the 8th inning, Italy's leading Canada by the score of 6-2. We'll be covering the first pitch on the East Coast, last pitch on the West Coast. Here on MLB Network. A national pastime all the time, and it's all of a sudden becoming the national pastime of Italy.
These guys are fired up, realize that they're at the point where they're starting to count outs.
Catalanato floating one foul.
That scoreless inning, big shutdown inning, still maintaining the momentum, and Cervelli and Grilli working very well together, and they also seem to be having a great conversation and great camaraderie.
Catalanato, Pascucci, to Norfield is scheduled 3 here. Down a left field line, Weglar's nice job in foul ground and make the catch. First out. Now Puerto Rico has finally gotten on the board. 3 runs in the 8th inning. They lead it 3-1.
Well, we talked about it right off the top in the open, how there's a chance that Canada could be looking ahead to Venezuela.
Never have a relationship with a catcher like Grilli and Cervelli have here in Team Italy.
It is a special chemistry.
It's almost a bond, isn't it?
Right. Two You know, two players working against one, trying to outthink, outsmart, and out-execute the hitter. Simpatico, as they say.
Pass out to center. So you're saying you didn't?
It's a very special bond.
2 outs here in the 8th inning. Brings up Kristen Norfield, looking for his 5th hit of the night. Costanzo right there. Big game for him. He pinch hit, drew a walk, and was lifted for a pinch runner. He's the emotional leader on this team.
He sure is, and showing no signs of exhaustion with his work today.
Norfield with 3 doubles, single, 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored.
Have a day. My goodness.
Billy Bean of the Oakland A's taking notes, his farmhand.
There's been a highlight reel on both sides of the ball.
Bean must have seen something in Kristen Norfield, who was out all year with surgery on his arm and still was traded for. Shows you the ability the kid has. And he takes the walk. Up 5 times, reaching 5 times, brings up Giuseppe Mazzanti. Marco Mazzieri having a conversation with Mike Hargrove. Talking strategy as you get down to the last 6 outs for Canada.
I think they have to be looking, Victor, about having Jason Grilli finish this game.
If he keeps throwing the ball the way he has, why not?
Getting great defense behind him.
Zonta takes the breaking pitch inside. Grover, a long-time Texas Ranger, with human rain delay. A lot of time with his batting gloves between pitches. There's a strike, 1-2. LaRue's got a nice little arm action, doesn't he? Run it up there a little bit.
Times can be kind of tough to pick up with that arm stays behind him. Looks like it's jumping on the hitter.
Breaking ball, and that is line to left. Norfield was off at the pitch. Have to stop at second.
Tell you, Mazzanti can hit.
I said it off air the other day to you, but it reminds me a lot of Greg Colburn, that open stance. Formerly the Florida Marlins and the Colorado Rockies.
Pretty short route to the ball as well.
Ernie Witt's coming back out. Looks like he's going to make another pitching change. Alex Liddy, the third baseman, due up. LaRue's thrown 30 pitches. No move as of yet. Jesse Crane is up and loosening. He is, for all intents and purposes, the closer for Team Canada. He did not see action in Saturday's game and already just killing time here. Looks like he's going to eventually make the move. And And now he and Marvin Hudson having a nice conversation on the mound, talking about their plans for after the game. And yeah, here we go. Here's a pitching change. That Ernie Witt. That's why he's going to be in the Canadian Hall of Fame this summer with Larry Walker. 6-2, Italy.
Tonight, catch.
Two outs here in the 8th inning. Italy up by the score of 6-2. Jesse Crane, the closer for Team Canada, comes on for his first action. That's the man he's going to face, Alex Liddy, the third baseman, with 2 outs, 2 on.
That was the pitching coach, William Holberg, talking to Liddy, perhaps giving him a quick scouting report on Jesse Crane.
Crane with a fantastic arm. Faced Liddy, who is 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and an RBI. Check that, 2 runs batted in. Swings through a fastball here. No balls in a strike.
Plenty of giddy up on the fastball for Crane.
Crane born here in Toronto at the University of Houston with the Minnesota Twins. Outside, and it's 1-1. One of those 2 position stars at the University of Houston as a shortstop and a closer. Downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Mentioned earlier that Liddy is from the Mariners organization, played last year at A-ball. Big kid. Already made a nice diving play in the bottom of the 7th. Late on the fastball, and it's 2-2.
He knows he's going to have to turn it up a few notches. That one was buying.
Really loads up, doesn't he? Back leg. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. We'll do it again. Breaking ball got him looking on the outside corner. Down goes Liddy. They threaten, but they leave 2 more men on base. Middle of the 8th. It is 6-2 Italy.
Get help. Visit drugfree.org.
Bottom of the 8th inning, 6-2 Italy. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule. Mexico at South Africa, Venezuela against the winner of this game. Dominican Republic will take on the Netherlands in an elimination game tomorrow. Then Cuba takes on Australia. Jason Grilly still in there. He'll face Tien, Regulars, pardon me, and Orr. Scheduled 3 batters for Ernie Witt, Team Canada.
Boy, this is starting to emerge as one of the upsets along the lines of the Netherlands beating the Dominican Republic.
Without question. And I still think, too, that the game last night, 17-7 loss by Mexico in Mexico City against Australia. And I think right now the Netherlands is right there, and this certainly would be too. Tien off the plate towards short. Punto's got good hands. Nice play. There's out number 1.
And of course, these upsets can only go to further solidify what the World Baseball Classic is all about, growing this game globally, and teams that were not viewed to be necessarily as strong as their counterparts coming through, and in a short in a short series or a short tournament, beating the better teams. Some compelling stories in the making.
Could not have said it better myself, Joe McGray. Weglars, the left fielder, is 0 for 2. Grilly, only 25 pitches now, 16 strikes, 9 balls. So a little bit different Jason Grilly we saw Saturday night.
His 4-run lead, oftentimes you'd see a pitcher's kind of shy away from the strike zone, but he's been on the attack. Another well-located fastball there.
Take a backdoor breaking ball on him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Really trying to just get some base runners here to get that lineup to get into that 2, 3, 4 spot in the lineup. Called strike 3. Weglars can't pull the trigger. Second consecutive at bat for him that he's gone down looking.
Just been locked up a couple of times, looking on a fastball right down the middle of the plate, thinking about the breaking ball. Going to bring up the fan favorite and household name.
The fans wanted some Stubby. They're getting some Stubby.
And they're starting to clap.
That is right. Stubby Clapp is at the plate. He's pinch hitting for Pete Orr.
Fans chanting Stubby. They're emotional leader on this team.
36 years of age. This is his last soiree. He's represented Canada a number of times on the international stage as he takes a strike. The Junior World Championships, the 04 Olympics, the 06 World Baseball Classic. And he skies one out the left center. Playable for DeNorfia. And the hitting coach for the Greenville Astros coming up this year, Stubby Clapp. Might be his last at bat in international play. We've played 8, 6-2 Italy.
To reach the World Series takes...
But you did have 28 home runs.
There's nothing like positive support, and there's no place like the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Together with Major League Baseball, they create a positive place for kids.
We're in the 9th, 6-2. Italy's on top. Clapp stays in the game. He's at second base. Probably one of the most popular players in Canadian baseball history. Cervelli, DeSantis, and Punto, 8-9-1 against Jesse Crane here in the 9th. No action right now. They've had some guys stretching out in the Italian bullpen, but it looks like it's going to be Jason Grilly. Cervelli, the catcher, is grounded out twice and had a sac bunt. Crane just coming after guys.
He sure is, and the only reason that Cervelli is not waxing poetic with his pitcher, Jason Grilly, is he's up at the plate trying to do some damage. Trying not to get ahead of himself here, knowing 3 more outs.
Is that what Barry Larkin was referring to the other day? Snapdragon, was that pitch right
Snapdragon?
there?
Snapdragon? Yeah. Uncle Charlie, Lord Charles, the Snapdragon.
Oh, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hammer.
Yellow hammer.
He blew it right past him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jesse Crane brings up DeSantis. Chris Cooper, that's the left-hander right there that really neutralized things. It wasn't pretty when he came on in the 4th inning, but he kept things in check. He went 2 2/3. No runs, struck out 4.
There they are again, talking about what needs to be done.
But Jesse Crane is ready for the regular season.
At least his breaking ball is, that's for sure.
3 batter space, 3 punch outs, brings up Nick Punto. Teammate action here, Minnesota Twin.
Snapdragon there, Victor.
Not too often in a World Baseball Classic game you go jogging back to the dugout.
Can't wait to go out there and play the field.
This for bragging rights right here in the Twins clubhouse. Punto, Crane. Advantage Crane right now. 0 for 4 for Nick Punto. Switch hitting shortstop. To the count.
Alex Liddy, who's had a great game on both sides of the ball as well.
Ball got him looking. 4 batters up, 4 batters down, and Punto stares at Crane. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Jason Grilli trying to seal it for Italy, up 6-2.
I feel riding a hitting streak going to the All-Star game. You know, the All-Star game could be.
And it's great storytelling.
It's been a great, fantastic run. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Jason Grilli ready to go. 3 outs away from the upset of Canada here in Canada. 6-2 Italy. He'll be facing 1, 2, and 3. Adam Stern, the pinch hitter. Russell Martin, then Joey Votto, the scheduled 3. Stern takes a first pitch strike. 32 pitches thrown by Grilli. He has struck out 2, walked 2. Right by him. It's quickly, no balls, 2 strikes.
Well, this is very compelling here as you look at the starter for Team Italy, Dan Serafini. Upset along the lines of the Netherlands beating Dominican Republic.
Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Not where Cervelli wanted it, but it works. 1 out.
Cervelli wanting him to climb the ladder, the high target. He goes right on the inside corner. Still a quality pitch.
What a difference 2 days makes. This is not the Grilli we saw Saturday against Venezuela. That pitch upstairs, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
I'll tell you, the one thing that has been impressive about this Italian team is how they have played the game with such passion and effort.
It is rolled foul. 1 ball, 1 strike on Russell Martin. A team that really has a fantastic lineup offensively. And really, aside from Justin Morneau, who's had a 4-hit night. Jason Bate had a 2 RBI double tonight. But really, the rest of the lineup not getting it done. Martin shoots one out to right center field. DeNorfie's been all over the place, and he makes the catch, avoiding the collision there with DeSantis. Second out of the inning, and just now 1 away from the big upset and advancing to tomorrow night's contest and rematch against Venezuela. And who's going to start for Venezuela?
That's a great question, because Silva and Felix Hernandez are down.
Armando Galarraga pitched last night, and their bullpen, as we saw last night, not very good. Votto takes low for ball 1.
Well, this is quite a moment for Costanzo, trying to document it.
You know what, Joe? We saw him last night with Jason Grilli and Mark DeFelice, and Costanzo told us this: we're going to sneak up on these guys. We're going to surprise some people tomorrow night. He called it, and lo and behold, look what's happening.
We didn't know if we necessarily believed him. He seemed to be feeling his oats at that point.
He was convincing.
Yes, he was.
He was selling it. I was buying. We saw it through the first 4 innings Saturday against Venezuela. Just outside, it's 3 balls and a strike. Votto with a double tonight. Inside, there's ball 4, so they stay alive. Canada tonight, as it was against Team USA, struggling with men on. 2 for 9 with men in scoring position. 10 left on base. And here's Morneau, who's had a 4-hit night with 2 doubles and 2 singles. There's a strike.
Sometimes that 27th out can be elusive, Victor.
Off the end of the bat, over to Liddy. In time, Italy has just beaten Canada in Toronto, and the Canadians 2 and done. 6-2 the victory, and the home crowd booing their national team.
What an amazing upset on Canadian soil.